Guys, Planix GNU Linux 1.0.1 is finally online. Now, why not 1.0? Because right at the moment when I uploaded it, I didn't realize that I've only configured to boot from SDA 2. And also, when I was debugging root issues, I realized I forgot to put root weight at the end. So I did exactly that, and now it is able to be downloaded from here. Give me a moment. There you go. As you can see, it's right here. What happened to 1.0? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. So let's boot up the summer project. What did I exactly do? Well, what I did was, you can clearly see there's 2 layers of EFI. There are 2 layers of EFI. Well, I basically shredded it to only use 1. Yeah, so now there's only 1 EFI boot. Cool. But the other cool thing here is the fact that I have changed the boot entry and also the timeout from 5 seconds to 10. 10 seconds, and there's also, now it's called Planix GNU Linux. This is basically the exact same thing, but there is a difference of party UUID. Additionally, you can also manually add this, not 8. Also, there is a thing here also, you can clearly see it is VMliness, because I put the kernel in the ESP partition. I don't know why I did that, honestly. That's just some funny thing. But anyway, here root wait means kernel does not kernel panic when it can't find the root. Just wait until you find it. Though it is running off of the SSD, so I don't really need this, but for the ones that are running off of ASP, that's why I had to fix the issue. So press Control X. I don't know how this is always there. You can clearly see this is way faster for some reason. And also, there is this. Yeah, there is this banner. Now that actually clears the terminal. And yeah, that banner actually shows the current UTC time. And it is accurate. So, that's something. But the actual something here is this. Hello root, you are currently using Planix 1.0.1 on bin bash, codename Merker. This system is running kernel 7.1.9 Merker, not 7.1.3, the previous kernel on architecture R64. Uptime up 0 minutes. Wait, hold on. Up 1 minute, up 2 minutes, up 3 minutes. If it goes like that, I don't know what. So this is 1 minute. Anyway, memory usage. Usually idling around 183 megabytes, 183.7. Not like 5 billion, at least. Then there is fast fetch. That's basically what it is. Terminal font VGA default terminal font. Will it be 2 minutes? No, okay, it is 2 minutes. Okay, that I was not expecting. Reset works. Source works. Okay, we don't have what is now. Yeah, I don't have what. But we do have mount. We don't have a MNT. We don't really have MNT now. Media. Root read only. Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh wait, that thing just straight up doesn't exist. Yeah, so this is basically what. Yeah. So this is what it is. But let's see what happens when we mount something. What? What do happen? I don't know what just happened there. Oh, there it is. Look at what happened. Kernel messages instantly flooded it. New super speed USB driver number 2 using HCI HCD. New USB device found. ID vendor 951. ID. Okay, you get the point for these ones. Manufacturer Kingston. USB mass storage device detected. And finally here, attach SCSI generic SG2 type 0, SCB right something. Write protect is off. And this is the mess G. Took like 2 seconds. Also, what do you mean by write protect, you're probably saying. Okay, first of all though, I need to open Finder, then I can... Please don't question what I do with this. No, please do not question the things I do with that one. Okay, it just straight up does not exist, so... Okay, I have an I have a micro SD reader, and there's this write protect lock. So let's try using that and see how this goes. So a write protect lock usually just prevents it from formatting. So let's see how this one is. Well, I mean, there it is. So we can erase it, right? It's just that simple. Absolute cinema. How? How though? How did it format? Let's just show it in Finder. Let's just get a new folder. Sure. Definitely works. Okay, so the write protect lock, there's this thing that exists. For the ones that don't know, this thing just has this lock that absolutely has no mechanics inside. Just normally change the flatness of the surface, but it doesn't seem like it works for me. So let me try doing something. Oh, so it does be something interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this and then do that. Okay, yeah, this write protect lock is not working. What happens if I just remove it? Yeah, so this adapter is not working. Cool, I cannot show you how the right protect lock is. Anyway, so and then if we do the reboot, that happens. So well, let's just mount it to here. And I'm gonna show you how we can write this. So we gotta get to the. Do we have XZ first of all? We need to use XZ. What about DD? We have both. Cool. Mount dev SDC. I mean SDB. MKdir MNT. Dir. Burr. Sure. Okay, that what is happening? Mount dev SDB SDB2 MNT dir. Okay, hold on. It's SDB1. Wait, what? Recovery complete. Okay, so for the burr, we put the SDC itself. Cool. Okay, so we can write this xzcat Planix 1.0.1. So you get the point. The of is dev SDC block size is 4 megabytes. Convert equals f cynic. Also status equals progress. Now it should work. You can see how this goes. By the way, for the ones that were wondering, this was usually like 800 megabytes. Now it is 1.1, and the reason for that is I had to spare my computer, and kind of not that much compress it, just to compress a bit. For some reason, if you do this, it goes immediately. Can't. Even if I do this, just can't. Okay, I'll see you when it has finished. Okay, so I am back after 587.641 seconds. DD froze. And I think it is in deep sleep. Because I'm pressing like 70 different keys at the moment. Cool. Okay, hard reset time. Huh? Power on to firmware time? Okay, I'm gonna shut the VM down. I'm gonna power it on to firmware. Hey, that works. Okay, now I'm gonna attach my micro SD. Then I'm gonna reset and enter back the boot menu. There you go. That's my USB device. Hey, that's been written. Now the difference here is the addition of root weight. So, and it actually takes a while for my micro SD to mount. So, just because of one simpler grub menu that it is able to boot from anywhere. Also, while the mount, by the way, you can clearly see there was an error saying exFAT not found. I will fix that. I will fix that. I have it written in Obsidian, just so you know. But other than the fact, you have h dev root, and then you just run build id, and that happens. But the actual thing, lsblk dev sdb2, my micro SD has been mounted as slash. So let's see how that was. Dang, that was almost instant. By the way, for one's wondering, it is running off of a micro SD, which already has terrible read-write speeds. It still runs in like 5 seconds. How is it possible? I don't know, maybe because 10 billion things are rushing at the boot. I mean, yeah, it is minimal for now, though I am planning to run it OpenRC, systemd, yada yada yada. You'll probably get the point. But for now, yeah, we are chilling in bash 5.3. By the way, this hyphen actually means it is running off of a login shell. If you don't want, you can just run exec bash. It does the exact same thing, except there is no hyphen. When you exit, it basically returns you to here instead of kernel panicking. Normally, by the way, it did kernel panic. Anyway, also, before I end the video, let me show you some cool thing. You probably know this. I can't type. It kernel panics, but it does not. But it just hangs up here. It does not automatically restart unless you command it to. Now, it is possible to do it with sysctl, but I'm going to be doing the exact same thing sysctl does manually. Sure, yeah, why not? Now normally sysctl actually does use its own open commands to write, but we can use t since nano can't write. So let's say echo, I don't know, 5 seconds. Then we t it to proc sys linux, kernel panic. Now the reason 5, and after this, look, it just says 5. T actually means also write it to panic. Now you can't use echo, by the way, echo into, by the way, that this does not work. Now, however, there is a thing here. Now if we echo c into proc sys arq trigger, let's wait 5 seconds. It automatically restarts the computer. Also, about OS has some flags also, options, like about OSM, about OS, something like that. I forgot actually. Also, you can see some no such file or directory errors. Don't actually worry about those ones. The only thing that matters here is this. Anyway, yeah, about OS 8, you can see that. Show this highly informative help menu and exit. Show only program version and exit. This is it. Basically that, and it shows the home page. They are actually taken from another source file, even though OS release exists. I am actually planning to mirror this, like, as in, I will try to bind the about OS file to use this instead. About OS M does that, and I may or may not have hidden an Easter egg in about OS. Maybe you should check it out. Also, I actually did put 16 GB, but It is so lightweight. It uses only 4.1 gigabytes. That is still impressive. And also, just to clarify, I'm only 12. I somehow made 4.1 gigabytes. For the ones that are wondering, I did exclude the TMP or all my source things. So GNU, please don't sue me. I barely even modified anything. I actually did not even modify anything. I just compiled, went away. For the version, this is GCC 16.1. So let's say if there's a newer version, like this. Wait, there is a newer version, and it came out this month. Okay, I will update that in a later version of Planix. Yeah, I will actually add support for other ones. This is VM library, this is the terminal, this is disk utility. Anyway, exFAT compatibility is that. It is basically what it sounds like. You know, exFAT? No, okay, hold on. See your source for copying conditions. There is no warranty, not even merchantability or fitting merchantability. What is merchantability? What is merchantability? I am not a native English speaker. I'm only actually Turkish. I went to the United States for like 1 year, and then that's how I actually learned English. But well, I mean, the only reason I am talking fluently is that. But the reason, but I don't know what merchantability is. This is free software. Free software, as in freedom, by the way. You can modify it however you want. This is not non-free. I barely used any non-free. I don't really think I used non-free, except fast fetch. Let's see, hold on. What's the latest version? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can use help, and I need to use less. Hold on. Print logos. Oh. Seizure alert. I know it's a bit late, but Ubuntu. Yeah, you can fake Ubuntu now. Also, I think you can just edit the thing. Hold on, I have an idea. The file doesn't exist. What happens if I do edit it? Thing. And then I'm gonna reboot. Oh, hello there. It's been a long time since I saw It's been a long time since I saw the VMware logo on Art64. This is actually very interesting. Anyway, but okay, so. Host name is not okay, cool, but log name does. Okay, cool. So you cannot change the host name by doing that. I will try to fix that in 1.1. Okay, 1.1 is more like a quality of life, but also we only have one terminal, and also you don't have it. We only have one terminal running on TTY1, and yeah, that's all I get to. If you do this, by the way, that happens. Man 8, I get to. Normally you use this. We don't have man. I will also add that. That's okay. Hold on. Let me add this as a note. 1.1. 1. What? 1. I said I use 1. What are you doing? What? 1. 0. 1 billion. Why is it always using 2? 1. I said 1. Okay, you know what? Let's just give up. Sudo multiple TTY. TTY is in terminal, by the way. Terminal something. I really forgot. Okay, I will think about this more. I'll update things. Linux. Cool. Yeah, I will also update Linux. So yeah, it is available on GitHub, the PC Manager 2026, like github.io/Planix. I mean, it is by obviously Let's Encrypt. Though I will actually go ahead and buy a domain later on using Cloudflare Register. I don't know, man. It was the cheapest option I could find. It was even cheaper than Namecheap, so what? So yeah. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Also, I am sorry for the random cough that happened in the video. It just happens. So yeah, don't actually think it's like a disease or something. No. It is completely normal. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Also, you probably have noticed I am not editing these videos often. So you may hear those coughs or clicks or something like that, and how much I'm trying to get the micro SD working. So if you really want me to edit this video, or if you really want me to edit videos, or basically just trying to make my video quality better by just subscribing. How is subscribing linked to making better videos, you might ask? Well, it motivates me to make more videos. So yeah. Also, sorry for the low quality website. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Isn't that why the like button is for? But yeah, I should definitely stop talking and not let my ADHD kick in. So yeah, I'm ending the video now.